that's the case, could that be the secret to the origin of life?
And I wrote a paper about it, and about 2 years ago, I got an email from Dante Loretta, who had been in charge of a NASA program called OSIRIS-REx.
OSIRIS-REx is a mission in NASA's New Frontiers program, where we built a spacecraft to rendezvous with a near-Earth asteroid named Bennu, survey it in great detail, collect a sample from its surface, and bring it back to the Earth for scientific analysis.
OREX has descended below the 5-meter mark. The hazard map is go for tag.
And we have touchdown!
And on September 24th, 2023, that capsule landed in the Utah desert, and I could finally start to think about the amazing science that we were going to get in addressing some of the deepest questions that we ask ourselves. Where did we come from? And I went back to our original proposal, and I read the line that said, analysis of this material will provide unprecedented knowledge about the origin of life. And I thought, how am I going to do that? So I went to work. I started reading through the scientific literature, and I came across a paper called The Quantum Origin of Life. And I looked at the author, and it was somebody named Stuart Hammerrock. And I got online, and I researched him, and I was like, he's at the University of Arizona. He's literally right across the street from my office. I emailed him right away. I said, we need to talk, and we set up our first meeting. Got some exciting new results from the OSIRIS-REx samples. What I came to realize is he's talking about life using quantum information to give it an evolutionary advantage. And if that's the case, could that be the secret to the origin of life? The first biomolecules arose out of the din of the chemical background because they were able to process quantum information. When we look at the samples from the asteroid, what jumps out is when you hit them with an ultraviolet light, they're fluorescent. They're capturing those photons, and they're releasing it back as visible light. That right there is a quantum process. You've got all the nucleobases, all the letters of the genetic code are in this asteroid sample. We have an enormous number of amino acids, including the ones that are central to the quantum information in these microtubule proteins, the aromatic amino acids. And there's 3 of them, phenylalanine, tyrosine, and the one everybody's familiar with, tryptophan. And it seems like tryptophan is the secret ingredient there. And so what I started to talk about with Stuart is maybe life and consciousness might be 2 sides of the same coin.